G'day guys, I'm Rob and welcome back to the channel. Now I'm back with another brand new model review today, and this is something that popped up on the BBR Model Store website for MyWay members. It was a bit of an impulse buy, I must say, for myself, as not really sure it fits in with my collection, but I thought it was such a unique model that I clicked pre-order and the rest is history. So the model has arrived. It was actually due in September this year, but it is months and months early, which is quite a surprise for a BBR model, to be honest. But when it arrived, I was pleasantly surprised. It's a very striking model indeed. Now this model is based on a real car in Switzerland, going by the number plates anyway. It has Swiss number plates on it. And what I'm talking about is today's model review in the spotlight. So this is the brand new LaFerrari camouflage version by BBR Models. Now interestingly, the high-end brand Davis and Giovanni actually released a version of this car not very long ago either. So quite interesting that BBR released this model as well, as usually BBR models don't usually release tuned versions of real cars. So we've reviewed a ton of BBR models before, just come in these plain red boxes. Again, you can option this with or without a plexiglass display case. I always option these models with a plexiglass display case. Of course, you get your certificate of authenticity, and this is the awesome and very striking camouflage edition of the Ferrari LaFerrari. So it's actually lightish colors on one side and dark on the other, but as I said, this is based on a real car in Switzerland. So this is the model that we're going to be reviewing today. So as usual, we'll put this on the turntable and we'll have a closer look at this brand new model from BBR Models. Okay, so check this out. This full camouflage version of the LaFerrari looks pretty awesome. And I love the fact that the camouflage is light on this side of the body and it turns to dark on this side of the body as well, which is really quite cool. Now let's talk about the base to start with. So it does come on this black leatherette base. It does have the silver stitching to complement the body color. You do have BBR Models embossed into the leather in this corner. You do have the awesome laser cut LaFerrari emblem on the base here. You've also got a Ferrari logo on this back corner of the base, and also the limited edition plaque. So you can see this is limited to 159 pieces and I have number 10. Now I get asked all the time, can you remove these models from the base? Yes, you can. Just fine with your finger. There is a depression where the screw holes are. Just use a hobby knife, put a little cut in there and you'll be able to unscrew the model from the base. Now let's talk about the overall finish on the model. It is a satin finish throughout the whole body. Now I really can't tell whether this is decal work or whether it is actually masked up and sprayed with these separate colors. I really can't feel any transition between the different color layers on this model throughout, so I'm not really quite sure how they've done it, but needless to say, it is a very seamless finish of all the camouflage colors on the white backing. Now let's talk about the details on the model. Of course, it does have metal photo etched mesh for all the grille openings in the front of the model. It does have satin carbon fibre on these outer splitter areas, which is the same. The rest of the carbon fibre on the exterior of the model is all satin carbon fibre. They do give you a nice little photo etched 3D Ferrari emblem on the nose, and really cool with the yellow lenses on here, very much like the GT Ferrari racing cars. Detail inside the headlight is pretty good as well, and you do have a little black dot either side in front of the headlight, which I assume is the headlight washer. Now there is a big scoop obviously in the LaFerrari front hood, and you can see the radiator and the cooling fans in there as well, which is a nice touch. Now one thing that I wanted to note is that there is a Pirelli emblem on this side of the nose, but not on this side. So not quite symmetrical, but obviously this is copying the owner's real car. Now there is another piece of photo etch mesh in here in front of the door behind the front section of the bodywork. And of course you get these high quality Scuderia Shield decals, which are a metal 3D decal by BBR, which is really nice. The side mirrors, the actual stem is in satin carbon fibre, and just the mirror housing itself is in matte black. They do give you a super reflective material backing in behind, which looks quite good as well. And of course, they use super clear plastics for the windows on this model. They're distortion free and very clear. Now you do get a metal windscreen wiper on this particular model, and also you do have the metal frames around the window as well to accentuate the window trims, which is quite nice. Now, as I said, more satin carbon fibre on the sill of the model here. So this is satin carbon fibre through here, and that leads us to the giant air intakes here, which also have photo etched metal mesh in there with another cooling radiator in behind. Of course, you have the flaps either side, one for fuel and one for the hybrid system to plug into. You've got some more air scoops on the top of the body here with some photo etched mesh in there. Rear tail lights have a blacked out top section over there like the Novitec cars, and you've got quite a lot of detail in the back of the model as well. So they've done a good job on the tail lights on the model. You do have your little Cavallino in black. Of course, you've got photo etched mesh in all these rear grille openings, a little third brake light running through the top underneath the spoiler here. And as you can see, this whole section which runs behind the number plate is all in satin carbon fibre also, as well as the whole rear diffuser, which is all in satin carbon fibre as well. We've got a little bit of white body colour extending down with the rain light in the centre, and of course it's wearing the Swiss number plates of the owner of the real car, which is really quite cool. You do have a little black Ferrari script emblem on the back of the model also, which completes all the details on this particular replica, which looks quite good. Now, the wheels and tyres are actually quite well replicated. These are obviously just the standard wheels, but they're painted black. They do have a yellow Ferrari centre cap in there. Now, some people on social media have said that this should be a white centre cap. I'll have to check on that one. I haven't actually checked before I film this review. And you do have a white stripe on the outer edge of the rim, and then you've got your Pirelli decals, both styles of the Pirelli script on the tyre. Now you do also have a little chrome tyre valve stem for the air, and they've done a really good job on the brake calipers and the brake rotors. You've got your carbon ceramic rotors replicated very well with the two-piece rotor with the photo etched centre section with the bolts, and you've also got the big yellow monster calipers in there as well, front and rear. So good job front and rear on the brakes, calipers, wheels and tyres on this particular model. Now the stance is pretty much spot on as well. It's not too low, it's not too high. I think they've pretty much nailed the stance on this model. Now it is a sealed resin model, but being it is a LaFerrari, we do have the large engine window in the back, which does show quite a bit of detail. Now that is all in full gloss carbon fibre decal. As you can see, you've got the red accent lines and also the chrome Ferrari lettering on top of the engine as well. So they've done a pretty good job on the engine detail for what you can see. Now the rest of the detail is with the interior of this model. Primarily it's black, but you can see that it does have a dark blue seat colour in there. So I'm assuming that this LaFerrari, the real car, was delivered in white as standard with the blue seats, and since has had the camouflage wrap applied to the body. But there is quite a bit of gloss carbon fibre on the interior as well. So you can see all the top of the dashboard is black, but all the air conditioning vents are in gloss carbon fibre. You do have some gloss carbon fibre in the door trims, also the centre console as well, and there's a little bit of carbon fibre on the floor of the model. Model does come with the blue seats, as I said, and the black seat belts in there as well. So the detail is pretty good in there. You will be able to see more of the interior detail. The next video after this one will be a video in the A Closer Look series, where you can see all those finer little details a lot better. But overall, I think they've done a pretty good job on this model. As I said, it is pretty much the same as all of their standard high-end sealed resin LaFerrari models, just with the camouflage wrap on this particular one, and some color changes and the yellow headlights. But overall, really quite a striking model. I'm not sure whether I'll keep this one in the collection or move it on and sell it. As I said, it was an impulse buy when I got it, but I did want to check it out and give it a review before I make a decision on that one. So overall, pretty good. Now, if I was going to give this one a Rob score out of 10, look, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a very striking looking model. The application of the camouflage is very good. And the details throughout the model is pretty good as well, as I said, with the interior, engine detail, wheels, tyres, brakes. So yeah, overall, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. So that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video review of this full camouflage LaFerrari. If you're new to the channel, why not subscribe? Don't forget to smash that like button, really helps the channel. And you can follow me on social media as well. I'm on Facebook, Rob's Model Cars, and also Instagram under Rob's Model Cars. And I also have an eBay store called Rob's Model Cars, where I do sell some models on and lots of model parts for you custom model builders as well. So all the links to those social media and eBay are on the home page of this YouTube channel. So go and click the link and it'll take you straight there. But that's going to wrap up today's review of this quite unique full camouflage LaFerrari. Stay tuned, plenty more model reviews on the way. But until next time, thanks for watching Rob's Model Cars.